Hi guys, and welcome to this pick a card tarot reading. We're going to be looking at who is your secret admirer. So who is secretly crushing on you, who can't get you out of their head, who's like obsessing about you, all of that fun stuff. If you're new to my channel, then thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm super excited to connect with you in this reading today. If you have been to my channel before, then welcome back. I'm really excited to see you again. I have a few things that I want to say really quickly. The first is I want to say thank you so much to everyone that's been donating decks. I've been like blown away and so grateful and so appreciative. I just received 2 decks today in the mail and I'm blown away, so thank you so much everyone. Thank you to Urita, I'm so sorry, I'm probably butchering your name, for sending me the Greer deck, and also thank you to Alexis for sending me the archetype cards that I'm going to be using in this reading today. If either of you want a reading in exchange, I would be more than happy to do that for you. I checked my email and did not see an email from either of you, but if you would like a reading as a thank you, please let me know. Again, I'm not sure what's been going on lately. You guys, I'm so bad at technology. I'm pretty young, but I'm really bad at technology, and I have been missing some emails lately, so if either of you did email me and want a reading, please email me again, and hopefully I'll be able to see it this time. Again, I checked my email, and I did not see one from you, but if you want one, just let me know. So that was my first specific message. Secondly, I want to say that I know that I've filmed videos like this in the past, and I'm filming this again for a few reasons. The first is kind of practical, and that is because when quarantine started, I wanted to kind of give myself a task. And so the task that I decided to give myself was to learn how to read charms. I've been getting a lot of requests to do this on my channel for since I started. When I had 100 subscribers, people were asking me to add charms. And it's something that I've always wanted to do, but just didn't really know a lot about. So I got my charm set about a month ago, and I've been using it pretty extensively in that month, for myself, for friends and family, learning what these charms mean to me, how I do charm reading, things like that. And like I said, I've been doing it for friends and family, but when I read for friends and family, I always kind of think, am I cheating? Because I know things about my friends and family, obviously, so I'm do I really see this in the charms, or am I just, making it up because I know this about you? Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that really is the case, but this is my first time kind of reading for strangers, and so I wanted to do it on a topic that I'm familiar with, that I've done before, so that hopefully it's just, I don't know, I just felt more comfortable doing it in that way. The second reason is kind of selfish, and it's because I honestly have not been feeling that great lately. I know with quarantine and the craziness that's going on right now, a lot of us are not feeling great. A lot of us, we're stuck inside, obviously. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's just a lot of anxiety and a lot of uneasiness. And I've been fine until last week. For some reason, last week is when it all just hit me, and I started feeling just not great. And tarot is one of my passions. I love reading. I love doing YouTube videos. It's so much fun to me. But it's also energy work, and I just was not in the right energy space to make videos. But that kind of made me sad also, because like I said, I love making videos, so it was almost making me feel worse to not make them, if that makes sense, because this is something that I love. So I guess what I'm trying to say is this is my favorite type of video to make. I just love this topic, who is obsessed with you. I don't know why, who is a secret crush on you is just my favorite topic to make. I love doing these readings genuinely so much, and so I know that I've done readings like this in the past, but I'm doing it again tonight, honestly, just to make this is just for myself. This is a fun thing for me, and if I never upload this video, that's fine. It's just for me to have fun, kind of. So I know that's kind of selfish, but I just wanted to do that for myself. So I will be making videos on different topics in the future. I'm planning on doing more business, finance, career, life purpose, those type of readings soon. But honestly, I've just been in a little bit of a slump, and I wanted to film this for myself to brighten my own spirits a little bit, and hopefully this will be interesting for you guys as well. And if you have been getting kind of tired of these videos, then hopefully you'll indulge me this one, and then like I said, I'll have more different types of content coming soon. Also, I was kind of surprised about this, but I've had a lot of requests recently to talk while shuffling the cards. I used to do this on my channel, kind of like tell you guys stories or just ramble about my life and stuff while I was shuffling, and I know some people really like that because for some people they prefer like not a focused energy when the cards are being shuffled, if that makes sense. Like, you know, sometimes if like you're focusing all your energy on the cards, then what you want to come out when the cards comes out. And so I feel like sometimes when you get distracted and you're focusing on something else, then sometimes, you know, they can present a more objective story. And so some of you just like listening to my voice for I guess for some reason. So I haven't done this in a while, so I thought I would do that tonight, just kind of vibe with you guys and tell you guys about my recent trip. I told that the last time when I did this, when I talked about my life while shuffling, I was getting ready to go on a trip, and I told you guys, because I love watching pick a card readings on YouTube, all of the pick a card readings that I was watching were telling me that I was going to meet the love of my life on this, like on a trip in February. And I was going on a trip in February, and I told you guys I would update you on it when I got back, and I never did. So I will update you while I'm shuffling these cards. If you want to hear about that, feel free to listen. If you don't care, I'm not offended. I'm right there with you. You can just skip, and I will put the timestamp in the description box. You can just jump to the pile that calls to you, and you can skip me talking. But if you have been missing that, if you like that, I'll be doing that in this video. Okay, so that super long intro being said, we have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is this tarot deck that I got off of Etsy. The box says tarot deck, but it didn't have a name on like the listing. And the crystal with it is this really pretty, almost black, smoky quartz cluster. So that is pile 1. Pile 2 is, this really pretty blue celestite stone with the Spirit Speak tarot deck. Pile 3 is this amethyst cluster with the tarot sirène. You guys, look at the back of this deck. I'm not a holographic person. I normally am not that into holographic cards, but this deck is so pretty. That is pile 3. And pile 4 is pink tourmaline with the Mark and Greer deck. Once again, thank you so much, Eureka. I am so sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you so much for sending this to me. I'm so appreciative and so grateful. And that is pile 4. So take a moment to ground yourself, to ask yourself the question, who is my secret admirer? Who's thinking about me? Who has a crush on me? Who is like secretly thinking of me, basically? And once you feel called to one of these 4 piles, again, you can watch me shuffle the cards if you want to, or you can just jump ahead to the pile that's calling to you, and I will give you your reading at the timestamp. Okay, welcome to the shuffling portion of the video. If you want to watch this, I'm filming it on photo booth because, like I said, I'm really bad at technology, and my computer can take forever to upload videos if I film it with like high quality. So I'm worried that if I film this shuffling portion with like a good camera, it's gonna take forever to upload, so I'm filming it on photo booth. Okay, you guys, this is my first time ever burning sage. I don't know if I like it. I usually burn Palo Santo. I'm also like don't really know how to wield the sage stick, so I probably look dumb. Okay, a few things. 1, my background beauty gurus are quaking. 2, my hair is so long with quarantine now. I feel like a sister wife. Like, look at this. This is crazy. But, you know, we make do. We do what we can. We invite any ancestors, any spirit guides, any positive energies that want to communicate with us about everyone's secret admirers to please do so in the most effective and concise way possible so that we can get the most accurate and helpful reading for everyone that we can. Again, asking ancestors, spirit guides, and positive energies to please communicate about everyone's secret admirer. Okay, I don't mind this. The sage. I'm just gonna put it over here and let the smoke kind of come out. I'm gonna put the crystals over here. I hope you guys are all doing really well. Even with quarantine and everything, sending everyone positive vibes, positive energy. Okay. So, my trip. Okay, so my trip. Also, quick apology if you hear my stomach growl. I am a late night snacker. I always eat late at night, and it's not that late. It's like 11:06. But I'm usually eating right now, and I'm not eating, and I'm kind of hungry. So if you hear my stomach growl, I apologize. My neighbor's dog barks all the time. If you've watched my videos lately, you've probably heard it. So I'm filming later to try and avoid the dog barking. But now you might get my stomach grumbling, so I guess it's kind of a trade-off. Okay, but this trip, okay, like I said, I'm a huge tarot YouTube fan, and every video that I watched in February told me that I was going to meet the love of my life on a trip in February. And I had a trip in February planned to get a tattoo. My first tattoo I got when I was 21 in Amsterdam, and I was not sober, and I didn't like the tattoo. Like, I asked for this design from the artist. If you can hear someone running, I think that's my little brother. And I liked the design on paper, and then when they put it on my body, did the stencil thing, I did not like it. I was like, this looks kind of dumb. But I felt bad because the artist spent time designing it and making it and coming to me to get the tattoo, and I really liked them as a person, and so I felt bad, and so I got the tattoo anyway, which is obviously not a good idea. That's just dumb. Why would you get a tattoo because you feel bad? But that's what I did. So I've always wanted to get a tattoo to cover it up, and I was I was scared to do it, actually cover it up, because I was I hate the first, I don't hate it, but I dislike the first one. What if I dislike the second one even more? I think my issue with tattoos is that I have commitment issues. And so with again, I could think something is really cool, but then when it actually is going on my body forever, it's okay. But anyway, I was too scared to do it, and finally I found this artist that I really liked that was living in Portugal. And I decided to book an appointment and go to Portugal and get a tattoo from him. And I've always really wanted to go to Morocco because I speak French and Arabic, or I studied French and Arabic in college. And so I really wanted to go, and something was telling me you should just go now, go in February, because it might not be possible later. And whatever told me to do that, I'm thankful, because now obviously with Corona it would have been a lot more difficult to go. So I decided to go to Morocco as well. And then it ended up being a lot cheaper to fly from Portugal to Spain and then Morocco than it was to fly from Portugal to Morocco. And there was also a tarot deck that I really wanted that was being sold at a tarot museum in Spain, in the town that I could fly through. So I was this is meant to be. So I ended up going to Portugal first to get the tattoo, and then Spain, and then Morocco. I'll show you guys really quickly the tattoo I ended up getting, just so you can see it if you're curious. Okay, this is the first tattoo that I got when I was 21. Let me see if I can show you. This is the tattoo. Again, it's it's a hand poke. And I got it because I have really bad luck, so I thought that this might help. And honestly, my luck did kind of improve once I got this. And also, I was going to cover it up, but then I was you know what, it's a part of me now, I can't cover it up. So I put this tattoo here, and now I kind of dislike the placement also, because I'm no, it just looks kind of weird, I should have put it somewhere else. But it is what it is. Again, I just have commitment problems, and I like things in theory, and then when they go on me forever, then I'm not into it. I don't know if you guys can really tell on photo booth, but it's a skull, and then there's 3 cups on top that say ego, and it was supposed to say now, but the artist messed it up and put ego instead, and I didn't say anything, again, because I felt bad. Again, dumb. But I kind of like ego better, because it's ego death. So I feel like that makes more sense than it just saying no, which I was gonna get because I'm impatient, and that's just kind of like a dumb reason. I didn't like go into the appointment thinking I was gonna get a skull tattooed. I didn't want to get like a ego death tattoo. That wasn't like my intention. I just was looking through his book and really liked that and decided to get it tattooed. And I didn't really think about the long-term consequences of getting a skull tattooed. Parents level 11, so I have to make a wish. I'll wish for you guys too, don't worry. Okay, after I made my 11/11 wish, I got a snack and then I fell asleep. So I'm back the following day to finish shuffling. I look the same, but also worse because I'm wearing the same clothes, but my hair looks worse. And that's kind of been my quarantine style. It's like looking the same every day, but also progressively worse every day. So I'm glad that I could share that with you guys. But this is not about me. This is about your secret admirer and also my trip. And if Tarot YouTube came through and gave me the right prediction, if I met the love of my life on this trip. Okay, so at the time, so like I said, I love watching Tarot YouTube. I watch it literally all the time, and all the monthly videos, all of like the love videos, like your next relationship, they all said that I was going to meet someone on a trip in February. And at the time, I was like, thank God, like, finally, it's been forever. But like looking back now, almost in May, I'm like, girl, you were seeing multiple people in February. So I don't know why I was like, finally love is gonna come to me. Like, I was seeing people, I just didn't really like them that much. But anyway, so I was like really excited, and I was like, is this gonna come true? And short story is, yes, I did meet someone. Okay, well actually, a few things, I guess. Okay, I brought this little like rose quartz thing with me on the trip, and never in my life have I been approached so many times, have I had so many just like random encounters as I did on this trip. So there's like multiple stories I can tell you, like multiple people that I met, whatever, but there was like one person in particular that was like a special person that I met on that trip. And I'm a very like private person, so it's weird for me to talk about stuff. And I don't know if you guys have ever had this kind of thing where you like have an experience that's like so special that you don't want to talk about it because it feels like it's like betraying the thing. And I don't know if that sounds dumb. It is dumb, but that's how I feel about it. So I will just say, like, yes, I don't know if I meant like the love of my life, but I did meet someone cool on this trip that I still talk to, but I don't want to like say too much about them or whatever, just because it feels like I'm betraying them in a way. I know that they are never gonna watch this, but even if they do, I don't know. Even if they don't, it just like feels weird. So I will say that yes, I did meet someone like in a serious way, I guess, but I also met a lot of other people thanks probably to this stone. At least I think it's because of that stone. So after that I went to Morocco, and I was kind of worried, honestly, about traveling alone to Morocco. I've traveled alone a lot. I love traveling by myself. It's probably the Scorpio in me. I just love being able to do whatever I want to do at any time, exactly like the way I want to do it, exactly the time I want to do it. It's just, to me, super fun. And I also think it just makes you more open to having like these weird experiences because you're alone. So it kind of like forces you to like meet new people like at your hostel or like talk to, you know what I mean? It's like opens you up to experiences that you wouldn't probably have had if you were there with people. So I really enjoy it, and like I said, I have traveled alone quite a bit. So I wasn't really worried about like the safety aspect. I wasn't worried about like being alone because I've done it quite a bit. But I had heard a lot of stories of people saying that Morocco is not a place that you want to be alone as a woman. And I was kind of worried about that. When I traveled alone in Romania, it was like the only place I've ever had issues as a woman was in Romania. So like I said, I was kind of like, I'd had experiences like that, and so that on the one hand it made me less nervous, on the other hand it did make me apprehensive because I was like, okay, like I know that this does happen, that things, you know, can go south, and if you're alone it does make it a little bit more challenging. So I was basically worried about going to Morocco, but it ended up that was like the place I felt the safest. I had the least amount of problems or like random encounters was in Morocco, and I felt like everyone was really respectful, and I never had any issues personally. The only time that I ever felt unsafe was right when I landed. I guess, I mean, when I travel, I always travel like the absolute cheapest way possible. Like I'm not going to spend extra on a flight. If there's a flight that's cheaper, like I will always do the cheapest option basically. And the cheapest flights tend to be like at night. And so my plane out of Spain was also at night. And I ended up landing in Morocco around like midnight. And then I had an issue getting a cab because I had heard that people try to scam you in cabs. And so I was like looking for like a rideshare app. And I found one in Morocco and I got it and like I booked it and the person showed up. And then there was like the actual cabs outside of the airport were telling me that like I couldn't do it, that it was illegal and all. I just like didn't really understand because I was tired. And so I had this cab waiting for me and these other people were telling me I couldn't go, that it was illegal, and I was confused, and I ended up just taking a cab from the airport and getting scammed. So because of all of that, I didn't end up like arriving to my hostel until like 1:30 in the morning. And also the hostel that I was staying at was in the Medina, which is like the old town part of the town. And I didn't realize, because I'm dumb, and I didn't realize that you can't like drive to it. Like I assumed you could just drive directly there, but because it's the Medina, it's really old and the streets are really like narrow and windy and you can't drive there, you have to walk. And so the taxi driver drops me off outside of the Medina and was like, it's super easy, just go that way. And he was like, you'll be able to find it. And again, it was like 1:30 in the morning. I was by myself. I was really tired. I was not in a good mood because I just gotten scammed by this taxi. And so I like get out of the taxi and this guy comes up to me and he was like, I work for your hostel. I'm gonna like take you to the hostel. And I was like, what hostel? I'm like, you don't even know like where I'm going. And he was like, I work for all of them. And I'd read that people will try to scam you by saying that they'll take you to your hostel and then like asking for money. And I was, at this point, I was like pretty confident that I could find my hostel. So I was like, no, like I don't need that, like thank you. And he kept following me, basically being like you need me to take you to the hostel, all of this stuff. And I was like, you don't even know what hostel I'm going to, like just leave me alone. And he didn't leave me alone. It was kind of annoying. But eventually he did leave. But then I was wandering in the Medina, again, like these really tiny, narrow streets, and I had like Google Maps open trying to take me to the hostel, but Google Maps like was not working in the Medina. It did not have like all of the little streets properly routed, and so I was taking me like really random places, and the place where it said it was not there. And now it was like almost 2 in the morning, and I had no idea where my hostel was, and there were like random people in the streets. Like again, no one was really being disrespectful or scary in any way, but it was like I just felt kind of scared because it was so late at night and I didn't know where I was going, and I was just like freaking out. And I was trying to get cell service to call the hostel and be like, I can't find you, but I didn't have cell service, so I was just like kind of freaking out. And eventually this man was like walking down the street, a different man than the first man, and this one was with his wife, and he saw me and was like, are you going to like this hostel, the hostel that I was staying at? And I was like, yes. And he was like, I'll take you there. And at this point I was so like stressed out. It's like, if he asked me for money, like I will just give him money, like I don't care. But he didn't ask for money. He just took me to the hostel. He was just like, just please come eat at my restaurant. And so I did. But that was again like not an interesting story, but that was the only time that I ever felt unsafe. And it wasn't because of anyone, it was just because of the circumstances, like being late at night, not knowing where I was going, having a hard time finding it. Again, like no one did anything that was disrespectful. I never felt like I was in danger or anything. And I really, really loved Morocco. I really want to go back. I didn't stay there that long. I would love to be able to go back and see more of the country, because I only got to visit 2 cities while I was there. That's my family, I think, making strange sounds. Oh my god, you guys. routine is going to kill me. One of my favorite parts of being in Morocco was, like I said, I stayed in a hostel, and I had originally booked a female-only dorm because, like I said, I had issues traveling alone as a woman in Romania, and because I'd heard the same kind of thing could happen in Morocco, I was like, okay, I don't want to take any chances, so I booked what I thought was a female dorm, and they ended up putting me in a mixed dorm, which ended up being cool because I met really cool people in that room, and we decided to go to a city together, and we took like a bus to get there. It took 3 hours on a bus through the mountains to like get to this other city, and it was not a fun bus ride. Like through the mountains, it was super bumpy, and it was just not a pleasant experience. But like I said, I had bought this tarot deck in Madrid, and I had mentioned it to the people, and they were curious, and so I brought the deck, and we spent like the whole time giving each other readings, which was really fun for me because one of my favorite things is when people that like don't know tarot well or that haven't studied tarot give readings, like they don't have, you know, like an idea like what's right or what's wrong, and they just like tell you what they think, and I think that's super interesting, and I love that. So we did that, and it was super fun, and I had a really good time. So that was one of my favorite parts of the trip, was just like that bus ride, getting readings for like 3 hours. It was fun. I will say none of us predicted coronavirus, so I wish someone had given me a heads up on that, but that's okay. So that's like, yeah, there's like more that I guess I could say, but I feel like I'm just not good at telling stories, so I will refrain. All in all, it was a really good trip. I'm really glad that I got to go. I feel really grateful, especially now with like everything that's going on, that I was able to travel, especially places that I really wanted to go to. And yeah, I met really cool, interesting people, had interesting experiences, and I feel really grateful for that trip. So that was my trip. I feel like that was the most boring thing ever, but sometimes you guys say that you like to watch my videos to fall asleep, and so hopefully that did put you to sleep if you liked that, because that was a boring story. What else can I tell you guys about? I'm back in the US now for the time being. I don't know if I said this last night, but I was living in Paris, like I said, at the time, and I was planning on backpacking in South America this summer, and so my lease ended at the end of April, and when the lockdown started in France, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to go longer than the end of April, and obviously I'm not going to be able to travel, and I don't have like a place, like permanent place to live, and the thought of like having to find a new apartment and move during the lockdown, and just like obviously no one knew what was going to happen, it was just like kind of a stressful situation. I was like, I would rather just go stay with my mom where I know that I have a place to live and like kind of ride out the virus situation and then see what happens. So it's not an easy decision to make. Like I want to live abroad for the foreseeable future, and so it was kind of scary leaving and not knowing, like, am I going to be able to come back? When can I come back? Like, it was a hard decision, but I also knew that like I lived alone in a really small studio, and the location of the studio was amazing, but like when you can't go anywhere and you're stuck in the studio all the time, it's really small. It was smaller than like my bedroom here, and I didn't live with anyone, so I would have been alone all day in this really small space, and I was like, for my own mental health, I just feel like it's better that I peace out for a while and come stay with my mom. So that's what I ended up doing, and it's been really nice. Like, I love my family, even though I complain about them sometimes in my videos, but I really do love them a lot, so it's been nice to like spend time with them because I've been away for a while. But now I'm kind of like, okay, it's time to get back out there. Let me just do some of these. I was like thinking about what other decks I wanted to put in here. This video is going to be incredibly long because I just spent way too long telling you guys about all these boring stories, but that's okay. We were vibing, so. So, I'm curious about that pile. But thankfully it's pile number 1, so I don't have to wait too long to find out what's going on. I'm gonna pull just from one more deck for you guys about this person. And then we'll get into the reading. Okay, I will see you guys at your reading timestamp. Hi guys, if you chose pile 1 or the Etsy tarot with this smoky quartz crystal, then welcome. This reading is for you. I just shuffled the cards, but I haven't looked at them yet. So let's take a look together at who your secret admirer is. You guys, I picked this pile too, so I'm super excited. So we have a lot. You guys, look at all of these cards. And then, like I said, I also have charms and little word tiles for like initials and words and things like that. So basically, the FBI should just give me my badge now because we're really gonna go in on this person. So let's start with the cards about your person's personality. For your tarot cards, we have the Strength card. We have the King of Swords. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. I'm really bad at reading Roman numerals. It's like embarrassing. And we also have the Page of Swords in reverse. For the zodiac cards, you guys got Venus and Aquarius. And you guys also got Trim. Fortune and an endless supply of fish favors the brave. Explore the world fearlessly and always put your best paw forward. And Louise Bourgeois. Remembering through art is better than forgetting. An inference is worth 1,000 appendages, and draw on private pain to connect with the public. Okay, who is your secret admirer? So the first thing that I am seeing is that there's a lot of air energy here with Venus, that's Libra energy. You have Aquarius, you have the King of Swords, the Page of Swords. So a lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy is represented here. You also have some Leo with the Strength card, and this is giving me kind of Scorpio vibes with this spider, but there's a lot of fixed energy as well with the Leo and the Aquarius. And with the King card, I feel like this is someone who is quite stubborn, with the Page of Swords in reverse and with this card, because this woman is a bit older. It's making me think that there could be a slight age difference here, or someone could just act older, even if like there's not like a physical actual age difference between the two of you. Someone might act a lot older, but we have the King of Swords, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, so it does make me kind of think that either there's like an age difference or there's a difference in terms of power or status, or like something like that is going on here. I also think that for you guys, this person is from a different culture, from a different background than you, or this person might just really enjoy traveling, because you have the Two of Wands in reverse and you also have this Trim cat, which looks like it's going sailing. So I feel like for some of you, this is someone that is from a different country, or this person just likes to travel. I do think this person takes a lot of pride in their appearance with the Strength and the Venus. I also think this person is very attracted to you, and this person is someone like they like to kind of show off a little bit. Like they like to like look nice, make sure that they, you know, look good and then go out. I feel like I'm also kind of getting the vibe again that this is kind of an older person, and with the Two of Wands in reverse, this person could have been a little bit of a player in the past. But this person is kind of built up, I almost want to say an empire. Like, again, I don't think this is necessarily, like, I'm not saying it's Elon Musk, but, you know, it's someone that has, like, put time and effort into crafting something for themselves. And, again, I feel like this is someone who's, like, used to getting their way. They're used to getting what they want. And this person wants you. But also, again, I feel like in the past, this person was maybe a little bit of a player, a little bit of, like, you know, they just weren't like super fond of commitment. Again, this is someone who, I don't want to say selfish because selfish sounds kind of bad, but this is someone who, like, they are number one in their own world. Even if this person has kids, which they might with the Page of Swords, this is someone who, like, they are their own, like, number one. Okay, sorry, quarantine makes filming a little bit hard with, like, people everywhere. If you hear anything in the background, I do apologize. It's my family. There's not, trust me, I wish that I was not filming here either, but that's just how it is at the moment. Okay, so I also forgot that I pulled these cards for you guys. You guys had Bully and Seeker, both in reverse. These are archetype cards, again describing this person's personality. So they came out in reverse, which means that it's attributed to the shadow attribute, which says conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse, and also inability to commit to a path once found. So again, with that Two of Wands in reverse, what I'm really seeing with this person is that this person in the past may have had some kind of commitment issue. I also feel like this person may have lived in a lot of different places, or they may have like gone to a lot of different schools, or just been in a lot of different careers. Like they've just done a lot of different things. And with this King of Swords, it's like they found success in one of these paths, but this person has gone through like numerous different paths. They have done numerous different things. But this person in the past did have a little bit of like a commitment issue. With the Aquarius, because that's the star as well. Again, I feel like for you guys, again, I'm not saying this person is like Elon Musk or like Jay-Z. I don't know why Jay-Z came to mind, but I'm not saying they're like a super famous person. But I do think that this person is like relatively well known in their field or in some area. You know what I mean? It's like maybe they live in a small town and like everyone knows them in that area, but like this person is well known in some form. And you do have a lot of air energy here, so this person could be well known on social media. Or like this person, again, sorry about the noise, I apologize. I swear to God that my house is like silent until I start to film, and then as soon as I like start filming, then everyone has to like start doing things. Because this also says draw on private pain to connect with the public. So again, I feel like this person is involved in the public eye in some way. Again, I'm not saying that they're like, that this is like Kylie Jenner, but this is someone that is like, again, with like the Leo energy, the Venus, like a lot of people are aware of this person in some capacity. And again, this could be someone that's traveled quite extensively, someone that's different from your background. And again, I feel like they've tried numerous different, like career paths, and now they've like kind of found something that's worked for them, and now they're doing well in that field, but they've tried other things before. And with this Bully reversed, I do kind of feel like this could be someone that has gone through, especially with this like private pain as well, and this Bully with like the physical and verbal abuse. I'm not saying that this person is an abuser or like is a bad person, but I do feel like they may have suffered from substance abuse issues. That's kind of just, for some of you, that may be something that rings true. But this person, I feel like, is definitely someone that is well known in some capacity and also has a penchant for traveling, and now is like doing well in their career. So these next three cards are how you know this person, like how you came across them. So you have the Partnerships and Alliances card. You have the Truth card. And you have the Deception and Envy card. So this card, I believe, is a Three of Pentacles. This, I think, is Judgment. And this, I believe, is the Seven of Swords. So again, with this Truth card, I don't know if this actually is. This just like looks to me like a globe. And I don't think it actually is, but it looks to me like a globe. So again, I feel like this could be someone that you met while traveling. Or again, this is just someone that is from a different background to you. With the Partnerships and Alliances, because that is a Three of Pentacles, this could be someone that you met in like a work setting, or like they came to your work or something like that. But with the Deception and Envy and the Partnerships and Alliances, I do kind of feel like this person, because again, with like this person, no one is all good or all bad, so I'm not saying that this person is a bad person by any means, but they do have some negative tendencies. And again, this person could have really great qualities that aren't coming through as strongly, but I do feel like this is someone that is kind of, and this isn't a bad thing in and of itself, but this is someone that is a little bit more selfish, is a little bit more self-centered, and they do put themselves above everyone else in their life. And so with the Partnerships and Alliances and the Deception and Envy, this could have been someone that like took advantage of you in some way, or kind of like used you for their own work, if that makes sense. Like, I'm thinking of those like creepy photographers that are like, let's shoot photos, and they just want to like shoot naked girls, that kind of thing. And again, I'm not saying that is like this person, but it's kind of that vibe. And again, I'm not saying this is a bad person by any means, but just that this person, it's like they want what they want, and they don't really care so much about how that affects other people. and that's why they're successful, but you know, it's also not the best quality to have in like interpersonal relationships. But I do think that you met this person like through their work, or you're familiar with this person's work, and again, you may have felt taken advantage of, or perhaps like you're envious of this person's success because it does seem like they're quite successful, or they might just be more successful than you are. Maybe this person isn't, again, crazy successful. They're not like Elon Musk. I don't know why I keep saying Elon Musk. But like maybe you feel like this person is like the epitome of success, and so to you, you find that like you, like in your mind, it's at that same level. So maybe you're jealous of this person or something like that. But again, with Judgment, again, there's like a lot of air energy here because Judgment usually represents messages. So I do think that you've communicated with this person before. I feel like this person's probably reached out to you. Again, maybe they asked you for help, or they asked you to participate in some kind of business venture, or they just did something to ask for help in some way. And with the Mask card too, it could be that someone like wasn't being their true self, or again, someone wasn't revealing their true desires. Like for example, maybe they asked you to help them with work, but they're really interested in you romantically, like something like that. Again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it's just like I feel like they weren't being 100% honest with like when they came to you for whatever, they weren't being 100% honest when they approached you, or they didn't tell you like the full story basically. Okay, these next two cards are potential between the two of you. Like, is there the chance for this to develop into something? And we have friendliness and new vision. So with these cards, with the friendliness and the new vision, because you do have a 2 there, you have a 2 in the 2 of Wands as well. So I do think that there are some qualities that you share in common with this person. Maybe you guys both like to travel. There's a lot of air energy here. You guys could be both very intellectual, both very intelligent. You could have really interesting conversations. And even if like this person, you know, it's like even if this person has some like negative in quote qualities, they also have good qualities. And you know, just like you have good qualities, you also might have some negative in quote qualities. And so I feel like you guys actually are quite similar. Again, even though there's like a lot of differences coming out here, like again, the age difference or the power difference, or just like some kind of like a lot of differences are coming through, there's also a lot of similarities between the two of you. And so with the new vision, I do think that I'm seeing this as more of like a friendship vibe for the two of you. Like you guys will have the chance to come back into, because it does kind of feel like you guys haven't talked in a while, or there's been like with this 7 of Swords, there's been some kind of slight disagreement, or you know, just like something that's not quite adding up there. So it does seem like you guys will have the chance to kind of become friends, or talk again and kind of come back into contact. And it does feel like if this will be romantic, it will start more as a friendship and potentially move into something else, because you do have that new vision card. So it's like maybe you guys will become friends, and then that will give it the chance to kind of turn into more. But I don't see you guys becoming romantic like right away. There would have to be like, same with like this tree. Like this tree does not grow overnight. You know, it takes some time to get to that point. So I do think that it does feel like you guys are kind of like two halves of the same whole in a way. But it's like you guys are meant to start out as friends first, and then if it does grow into anything, then it will come like that will come over time naturally. So I'm going to pull some charms and letters for you guys now. I did buy like a little tray thing for the charms on Amazon, but obviously that is not essential, so it hasn't come yet. So I just have this plate. So I'm going to start with the letters, the initials. And then we will move into the charms. Okay, the initials, or the letters that you guys got, we have M, E, me. Look, the first thing coming out, me. This person is very self-centered. You have a blank tile. You have Z. You have T. O, R, B, and A. So there's meet. Maybe you met this person, again, for some kind of like work thing. You have rate, mate, tate, bought, taught. I do feel like for some of you this person has a kid with that Page of Swords and the taught. Tote also. Wrote. Again, there's lots of energy here. This person could be an author. They could like to write. Maybe you like to write. There could be bite as well. You could do teeter. Like a teeter, totter. I don't know if that means anything to any of you. Tat. Rat. Okay, if you guys are seeing anything else in there, let me know. I'm going to put these off to the side for now, and then we will pull out your charms. Okay. Who is secretly admiring pile 1? Who is secretly admiring pile 1? Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to move over to the side so I can see a little bit better. Okay. We have roller coaster. I don't know if you guys can see that really well. You have this little backpack. You have this little fleur-de-lis. These like dolphin circle situation. This is a diploma, but this looks more like a contract to me. There's a trumpet. What is this? A syringe. Yarn, and what is this? Oh, this is a little rose. Okay, so again with like the backpack, the first thing I'm thinking with that is travel or just moving, like constantly being on the move, like again not being someone that likes to settle down. Same with that roller coaster. This is someone that likes like, it feels like they kind of go to extremes. Like they have very high highs and very low lows. Like they don't like, again, at least in the past, maybe they're a little bit different now with this King of Swords energy, but in the past they were someone that liked to change things up a lot. They did not like stability. They did not like constancy. But I do think that they've kind of settled down a little bit now. Again, there's a lot here about communication, about writing especially. So this person could be a writer. They could have written a book, or maybe like you've written to this person, or maybe you like to write and they've like appreciated your writing, but there is some element here of writing. There is a lot of air, a lot of communication. So at the very least, I think you've talked to this person before. You also have the yarn and like the saw, which is making me think just like a complicated situation. This person just feels complicated. Like it kind of seems like they like drama in a way, or like not drama. It just feels like they don't like to be like held down. They don't like to be bored, and so they want to have a lot going on, so they always have like something to do. Again, with like the syringe, made me think of like addiction issues for some of you. Not you, but like for this person. So for some of you, this person might have struggled with addiction issues in the past, and if that is the case, and I think this is like in the past, because again it feels like this person had a little bit of like a turbulent past. They do feel a little bit older to me, but it could be because they've had a lot happen in their past that they're coming off as this more mature energy. But they do feel a little bit older, but they do feel like they have this like the youthful spirit in them still with that rose and things like that. This does seem like also someone who's quite romantic, or they like that seduction aspect, but it also again feels like someone that likes to kind of give that to a lot of different people. Again, they don't really like to be held down or tied down. Again, with like this dolphin, because there's 3 dolphins, it's making me think just that. This is someone that likes to have a lot of people. They like to have a lot. They like to have like an abundance of everything. They like to indulge. This is an indulger. And the fleur-de-lis, because it was given to prisoners, I believe, in the past, again, it's making me think that this person might have a little bit of a checkered past. Again, I'm not saying this is a bad person, just that they've been through a lot, and now, if they have truly been able to overcome it, that now they're very wise, and, like, if you are younger than them, like, they could be a great mentor for you, but they might have some baggage still, so just kind of watch out for that. Again, this does feel kind of like a complicated person, a complicated situation, But it seems like a very interesting person because it seems like they've had a lot of experiences that they could share and perhaps, impart some wisdom onto you. So that's what I'm saying for those of you that chose pile 1. I hope that was interesting or provided some clarity or insight. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hi guys, if you chose pile 2 or the Celestite with the Spirit Speak Tarot, then welcome. This reading is for you. Let's take a look at who is secretly admiring you. You guys, I pulled a ton of cards. And like I said, I have charms and like initials and words. So the FBI should basically just induct me right now because we're going to really get the tea on this person. So let's start with the cards about your person's personality. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. You guys have 5 cards come out. You have the Hanged Man in reverse. You have the 4 of Pentacles. And you have the 2 of Cups in reverse. You have, for the astrological cards, you have the Sun and Pisces. And then you have the Hunter. It's better to give than receive unless the gift is chosen by a cat. Never look a gift mouse in the mouth and be prepared for all your hard work to go unappreciated. And you have Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not a Renaissance man, I'm a Renaissance man. Dissect what makes us human and look into research like you would a crystal ball. And you guys also have, for personality, oh, you guys had 3 of these cards come out too. You guys just have a ton of cards for this pile. You have Addict. And it's upright, so it's the light attribute, which says helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. You have the Priest, also upright, which says facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. And you have Saboteur in reverse, which says induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Okay, let's take a look at these cards and see who is secretly admiring you. The first thing that I'm seeing in terms of zodiac signs is that we do have Pisces twice with the High Priestess and Pisces, and the Hanged Man can also sometimes be a Pisces card, so there is a lot of Pisces energy here. And also, no offense to any of the Pisces, but the Addict, Saboteur, and the Priest can all kind of be elements of a Pisces, just that, like, because Pisces is really in the spirit realm, they're not always fully grounded. So with that Addict, that's kind of pulling that in. And again, because they're in the spirit realm, it's easier for them to kind of get spiritual insight. So again, I do feel like there is really strong Pisces energy with this pilot, with this person. They could be a Pisces or have strong Pisces in their chart. You also have some fire with the Page of Wands and the Sun, which is specifically Leo energy. So there is a lot of water, specifically Pisces, and some fire energy here. The very first thing that's coming through is that this person has not told you that they like you. Like, this is very much under the radar with the 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. This is someone who thinks that you would never give them a chance. The very first thing that stuck out to me on this Hunter card was be prepared for all of your hard work to go unappreciated. And it's better to give than receive. And again, that's kind of very of Pisces energy to me. One of my best friends is a Pisces Sun, Cancer Moon, Pisces Rising, and she is the most Pisces you could ever imagine. And she blows my mind sometimes because we will both witness the same social interaction, and then she will have a completely different interpretation of that social interaction. And I'm like, where did you get that? That is not, that did not come from the same planet that I'm on. And so I kind of think that energy is here where there have been people who have full on been in love with my friend that she has just completely been no, it's not romantic, of course, they're not into me. And that's the energy with this person. This person with the High Priestess in reverse, their intuition about this is so off. With the 2 of Cups, I feel like you would be really into this person. And I feel like you might have noticed this person already. But this person feels really trapped. They feel really stuck. They feel like they can't come forward. They feel like you wouldn't like them, that you're just way above them. With this self-destructive behavior, they're just, like they're not giving themselves any opportunity to make any moves. Like this person is really attracted to you. Again, they feel this like really deep soul connection to you, but they haven't told you this, and they might even be denying it to themselves with the High Priestess in reverse. This could be a friend that you have with the Two of Cups in reverse. Like this could be like someone that you're already kind of close to in some capacity for some of you. And this person is like in denial that they have feelings for you, but there are strong feelings there. And like I said, I feel like you would also be interested in this person. But this person has like convinced themselves that this would just never work out. Again, whether it's because you're friends, they don't want to ruin that friendship, or because they find you really attractive and they feel like you would never be into them, like whatever it might be, this person has just convinced themselves that you are not, like you are way above them, and that there would never be any chance for the two of you. And so this person is sabotaging themselves, and they're not doing anything. Again, this person is like keeping all of their cards really close to the chest, and they're not saying anything. This could be someone with like this Leonardo da Vinci card about the research. They could be interested in research, like they could do research of some kind. Maybe they don't do like scientific research. This could be the kind of person that like likes to go on Wikipedia and just read random pages, you know, things like that. They just like to learn about things. Like this is someone that likes to have knowledge. Like they are someone that likes to feel like they know what's going on, and they like to just learn about things. This is a very curious person. Okay, so these next three cards are how you know this person. You have the Six of Swords. Moving on, you have the Seven. Maybe I think that's the Six of Swords. You have the Seven. I think this is Seven of Swords. Stand your ground. Oh, no, that's a Seven of Wands. Okay, it's two different colors. That makes more sense. And you have the heart chakra in reverse. So again, this is someone who has their heart chakra very much blocked right now. Again, I feel like you guys would be a really good match, but for whatever reason, right now, maybe both of you feel like this just isn't possible. Again, I feel like this might be either someone from your past, and so like you guys already had a relationship with that Two of Cups in reverse, and you know, with the moving on, it's like you think that it's just like it was in the past and it's not possible for it to happen now. Or this is a friend that you have, and you just feel like you have like this person, or this person feels like they have to move on from these feelings from you because they feel like there's no chance. Like with this stand your ground, there is an element that like this person feels like they would have to like step up to the plate and like be brave in some way and tell you what's going on. And this person, at least at this present moment, is not brave. And so in terms of how you know this person, again, with that heart chakra, I feel like you have a connection with this person already in some capacity. Whether it's a friend, it does feel more like a friendship rather than like a lab partner or something like that. With the research, maybe like you worked on a project with this person. But it does feel like you have a connection with this person already, but they're blocking their heart chakra from like fully accepting the potential of what the two of you could be, if that makes any kind of sense. These next two cards represent the potential between the two of you. Like if there's a chance for the two of you to like get together at any point in the future. And you have moment to moment and the burden. Okay. So again, with like what's coming through really strongly is that with like the Hanged Man, the Four of Pentacles, this person, for whatever reason, again, like maybe you guys are friends, maybe you guys are co-workers, but there's like you guys have a connection already in some capacity where this person's feelings for you are a burden to them, and they at this present moment don't feel like they can surpass that burden and tell you how they feel, because like for example, if it's like a work thing, they feel like they'd have to stand up to HR, or you know, like there's just like a lot, they just feel like they would have to really be brave. And like I said, at this moment this person is not feeling brave, and so this person sees this as more of a burden, like they're trying to move on from this, they're trying to put this in the past. But with the moment to moment, I do feel like this person kind of like they're still going back and forth, where they have moments where they're like, no, this is possible, like I want to make this work, and then there's moments like where they're like, no, this is never going to happen, this is just not possible, and they just like kind of go back and forth. But again, what's coming through quite strongly is that at least at this present moment, this person is not going to be the one to come forward. If you know who this person is, and you are interested in this person, you would have to be the one to come forward and talk to them about it, because this person at this present moment, the way that the energy currently is, I don't see this person coming forward. I see them kind of, again, like juggling, like they're trying to figure out how to make this work, but they're engaging in a lot of self-destructive behavior. And again, they're not seeing things clearly. And so I feel like they think that this is a lot worse than it is. For example, like they think you would never be into them when maybe you would be. Or they're like, if it's a work thing, they're like, oh my gosh, this would never work. Like our boss would be so mad about it. Like we would be fired, all of this stuff. And it's like, that's not in reality. What's coming through quite clearly with all of this Pisces in reverse is that this person is not thinking clearly. This person is not seeing a situation in a clear manner. And this person has like a lot of emotions. They have like a lot of Pisces, a lot of fire. Like they're very passionate, and I feel like they're just not dealing with those emotions well in this case. Like they're letting their emotions take them to a really anxious place and kind of cloud their mind. And again, like they're keeping all of this inside, which is also a problem. I don't think they've told anyone probably how they feel. Again, like they're really blocking that heart chakra, and that's really, they're just engaging in a lot of self-destructive behavior. And I don't think it's necessarily that they're like doing bad things. It's more like they're just sabotaging their chances with you because they don't want this to become a burden to your relationship. So I'm going to pull some charms and initials. I did buy a little like tray thing for the charms on Amazon, but obviously that is not essential, so it hasn't been delivered yet. So we are improvising, and I just have this little plate thing that I'm going to drop the charms and initials in. I'm going to do the initials or the letters first. So let's see who is secretly admiring pile 2. Initials, words about this person. Who is secretly admiring pile 2? Oh, we have some interesting letters. Okay, we have Q. We have H. We have A. We have U. G, I, E, P, and I. Okay, so IQ, again with the research, this is someone that just likes to like learn about things. You have hug as well. You have pug, hag, huge, page. You have page of wands and page here again. You guys could have met in school, or as students, or maybe you guys currently are students. You have page, like the name Paige. Ah. Hap. Happy if you spelled it with HAPE. Gape, guppy, okay, if you guys see anything else in there, let me know. I'm gonna pull some charms for you guys. I'll put these off to the side for now. And let's pull some charms. Who is secretly admiring pile 2? Who is secretly admiring pile 2? Okay, you guys, you have, let me move over a little bit. Okay, you have the Celtic knot. You have a saw that came out in pile 1 too. You have a motorcycle and a bicycle. You have a cute little puppy. It's like sitting. I don't know if you guys can see. A violin. You guys have a baseball, a compass, and an angel. Okay, so a few things are coming through. This person loves you unconditionally. So again, this does feel like someone that you have a bond with already, that is like already a friend or like a coworker, and this person, like that you are important to this person, and they don't want to like mess up the connection that you guys already have by inserting something romantic into it. And so I feel like with that Celtic knot It's like this person wants you in their life unconditionally. So it's like if they, at this moment, they're like, well, it's better to like be their friend or be their coworker than nothing at all. With the motorcycle and the bicycle, this person could enjoy motorcycles and bicycles, like they could be into those kinds of things, but it's also making me think of, because of the two wheels, like juggling, again, that moment to moment, like them going back and forth about what they should do, if it's possible, if it's not possible, if they want to reach out, like they just keep going back and forth. With the violin, this person could be artistic. There's a lot of Pisces energy here, like I've said, and Pisces is very artistic, so this could be someone that enjoys like making music or making art or just doing something creative. You also have like this little dog and the angel, so I do feel like this person is really kind, very sweet, very giving, very generous. And with the dog, again, it's like puppy dog love almost. It's like they would do anything for you, you know, like they're very obedient to you. Not subservient, but like they would just do anything to make you happy. It's like they want to be your little angel kind of vibe. And with the compass, again, this person needs to kind of find their way, because with the High Priestess reversed, they are not seeing things clearly. They're not on this planet, or they're not on the same planet that you're on. And so in their mind, like they've made this up to be so much worse than it really is. And they are self-sabotaging, and they're making it a lot harder for themselves. Like with the baseball, it's making me think of like playing games. This person might like baseball too, like literally, but it's making me think that they're kind of like playing games in a way, like, or they feel like they have to do that. Again, they just like, they're having a hard time being clear and straightforward and upfront, and this person kind of needs to like find their way. They need some divine intervention in here, some angel numbers or something. Let's pull just a few more. Okay, you have the key, you have a little sunflower, you have New York, you have a butterfly, and you have a little bow, Cupid's bow. Okay, so what I'm seeing with that is that there is like a solution here with like the little bow and arrow pointing to the butterfly. There definitely is the opportunity for a change and transformation in this relationship if you're interested. This person's gonna have to simplify, like with this like little saw and the key here. It's like the solution is to like kind of just like cut through everything, because again, this person is in a very like dreamy headspace, or they're letting themselves live in a place that's not reality. So it's that place when you get really anxious and you're like, well, what if this happens, and then if that happens, then this could happen, and if that happens, then that means this would happen, and then you end up in this place that's just so far removed from reality. This person like kind of has to bring themselves back to earth a little bit and kind of just like simplify their thoughts and be like, okay, what is the truth here, you know, that kind of thing. And if they can do that, there's a lot of opportunity here. But this person is really sweet. They just feel like a very nice person. They could be from New York, or New York could be some kind of, you know, you guys could have gone there together or something. Again, with New York and the baseball, they might like the Yankees, but overall, this is a very sweet person that I feel like you already have the connection with, and this person is worried about ruining that existing connection because they love, like, they just want you in their life in any capacity, and they don't want to mess that up. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 2. I hope that was interesting or provided clarity or insight. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and have a great day. Hi guys, if you chose pile 3 or the amethyst with the tarot sirène, then welcome. This reading is for you. Let's take a look at who is secretly admiring you. You guys, I pulled so many cards. Like I said, I also have charms and little initial things, word things. So basically the FBI should just give me my badge now, because we're really gonna dive in on this person. So let's take a look first at the cards that represent this person's personality, like what they're like. So for your tarot cards, you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 5 of Cups in reverse. How cute is this deck also? You have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You have, for your zodiac cards, you have Neptune and Mercury. And you also have Freya all you need is love and the occasional cat treat. Eventually, cat love conquers all, and your chariot awaits. And you have Vincent van Gogh. If committed, stay committed. Posthumous recognition requires a paper trail. Use the daylight to face the night. And for your archetype cards, okay, you have Avenger and Detective both in reverse, which means that it is the shadow attribute. So for the Avenger, it says resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Interesting. And for Detective, it says voyeurism and falsifying information. Okay, so let's take a look. Who is this person that is secretly admiring you? Okay, the very first thing I'm seeing is that this is someone who is not very patient, and also someone that is not really a fan of collaboration. This could be someone that kind of likes to like go it alone a little bit. Again, this feels like someone that has really big plans for themselves, and this is someone that doesn't want to wait for those plans to happen. Like, they don't like having to rely on other people to make those plans happen. They want to just have them happen. You know, does that make sense? Like, they don't want to have to like wait for someone else to finish their part of the group project. They'd rather just do the whole group project themselves because they know that they can do it really well. Again, this is not someone that is patient, and again, they could be a little bit of a loner. With the Five of Cups in reverse, this could have been someone that you knew in the past in some way, and it could have seemed like there was, you know, something was lost there, because you also have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about cycles, like cycles of positivity and also cycles of negativity. So like that Five of Cups in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune makes me think that you could have known this person in the past and gone through kind of a negative cycle with them, and now you're moving into a more positive cycle, or there's a potential for that to happen. It could also mean that this is just someone who kind of can like go up and down, like they have different like mood swings almost. Like you just never quite know what you're gonna get with them. They're kind of slippery. They kind of like, you know, they kind of go up and down a little bit. Again, with the Neptune, this is someone that dreams very big. They have big dreams for themselves. Like, they really want to achieve a lot. And again, this is someone that doesn't want to wait to achieve those goals. I have a bit of a cold, sorry. I hope it's not too annoying. And with the Mercury, this also seems like someone that talks a big game. Like, this is the kind of person, at least to me, it's coming off like the kind of person that is like, do you guys know that I'm gonna be like the next like billionaire? You know, that kind of person that's just always telling you what they're gonna do before they do it, and you're kind of like, just do the thing, you know, if like just do it. Like with the Mercury and the Neptune, it's like they have big dreams and they talk about those dreams, like they communicate that with they communicate them with other people, but they don't want to actually like do the work with other people. They want to do that themselves. This also feels like someone that likes, again, they have big dreams, so like they really want to achieve a lot, and they might have a little bit more like luxurious taste. And again, with like use the daylight to face the night, I do feel like this person kind of has two sides to them. I know that we all do, like we all obviously have positive and negative traits, but this does feel like someone who can kind of like switch between the two quite quickly. So it can be kind of hard to know what you're going to get with this person. I'm going to pull, also in terms of zodiac signs, you have Neptune, which is Pisces energy, and then Mercury is Gemini, and you have quite a bit of Pentacles, which would be Earth. You have a little bit of Cups as well, but there's no like definitive zodiac sign. And again, I feel like this person, like I said, they kind of like, they're very, with the wheel, they're well-rounded, haha. But they also just like, they're hard to pin down. It feels like they kind of like, they're very mutable in that way. So these cards are how you know this person. You have Harmony in reverse. You have Accelerated Motion, which is the Eight of Wands. And you also have Prosperity Begins, which I think is the Ace of Pentacles. So you could have met this person while working on a project or traveling. The Eight of Wands usually represents traveling. And the Ace of Pentacles usually represents like a new project, or, you know, just like the start of something. So with the Harmony in reverse, you might not have liked this person when you first met them. Like they may have taken some time to grow on you with this tree. Maybe you don't like them still. Maybe again with like this Wheel of Fortune, there was like more of a negative experience with them in the past, and there's the potential for a more positive one in the future. But I do feel like with the Harmony in reverse, that's the Lovers in reverse, that there was, you know, you guys didn't really mesh well from like at first. There was some kind of friction there. And if this was a romantic thing between the two of you, like things may have moved too quickly and there was like a really promising beginning, and then you got like, it was just like a jam in the wheel and things just kind of slowed down, and it just, I don't know. Because there's a lot of like positive energy here, but with the Lovers in reverse, it does feel like there was just, with the Five of Cups too, it feels like there was some kind of like disappointment, something like you expected things to go better than it did with this person. This person is still thinking about you. And then these next two cards, or you guys had 3 come out for this. These are the potential with this person. So you have completion, which is the World. You have the Source. And you have fighting. Okay, so again, it does feel like there is some kind of like, so with this fighting card, again, it does feel like there was some kind of disagreement between the two of you in the past. Like there, again, it does feel like there's just like something about the two of you like that doesn't rub the other one the right way, if that makes sense. Like there's just some kind of tension between the two of you. But again, this Source card is making me think of cycles, same with the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like there is going to be a potential here for this puzzle piece to come together, for you to kind of figure out that missing piece and just kind of understand each other. This is making me think of like understanding and acceptance of each other and being able to see more of where the other person is coming from. So again, there's a lot here about cycles. I do feel like a lot of you have had an experience with this person in the past. With the Lovers, I do think for a lot of you it was romantic. You could have met this person through work though, but it does feel like there was like a romantic connection there in some capacity, and it didn't take off the way that you wanted. And again, there may be some tension or hostility there still, but there is going to be a chance for like a new cycle to begin, and for the two of you to be able to understand each other more and be able to kind of communicate in a better way. I'm going to pull some letters for initials and words about this person, and some charms. I did purchase like a little tray thing for the charms on Amazon, but it's obviously not essential, so it hasn't been delivered yet. So I'm improvising, and I have this little plate thing that I'm going to use instead. So I'm going to pull some letters. Who is secretly admiring pile 3? Initials and words. Who is secretly admiring pile 3? We have W. We have K. We have I. A. E. E. M. C. W again. And Z. Interesting. Okay, you guys, normally when I pull letters, it gives a lot of vowels, but tonight there's been like a lot of more unusual letters coming out, which is interesting. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we can see. The first thing I saw was meek, also weak, ew, we. When I saw WK, I thought of white knight for some reason. I don't know why. Wake. Zika. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. Cake. Make. Wake. Waze. Like the app. Maze. Cam. Came. Okay, if you guys see anything else in there, let me know. You guys are, I feel like, better at finding stuff in there than I am. But if you see anything in there, let me know. I'm going to put these aside for a moment, and then I'm going to pull some charms. Someone is jet setting out there. Okay. Who is secretly admiring pile 3? Okay, you guys have the yarn, you have a raccoon, you have a little box. This is a roller coaster charm. You have a turtle that's on its back, so its little legs are up. You have a compass, a lamb, a bow and arrow. Is this a book, I think? A ballet slipper, a crocodile, again, is on its back, and a little like birdhouse, cuckoo house thing. I don't know if you guys can see that really well. And a maple leaf. I'll put this up here in the yarn so you guys can see it better. Okay, who is secretly admiring you? Again, with the roller coaster, this person is hard to pin down. Like, they go up and down. Again, there's like another wheel here with the compass. There's a lot here about cycles and also highs and lows. And it feels like you guys have gone through a low in the past, so you might be getting ready for a high, but then also keep in mind that there could be another low coming. Like, you're still on like that roller coaster ride. I feel like for some reason, because there was Meek, there's the ballet slipper and the lamb, it's like someone is like tiptoeing around here. I'm not sure if it's you or if it's this person, but someone is like tiptoeing around the situation, is like not being as aggressive as they could be. With the yarn, it does feel like a sticky situation in some ways, kind of tricky. This is a little measuring cup. So again, it's like someone is being more measured than they usually are. If it's this person is like being a lot more gentle, because also with like the turtle on its back, the alligator on its back, it feels like this person's been kind of like reversed in some way. Like, if this person is usually more aggressive or, you know, hard to get along with, this person, like, something's happened that's like put this person, it's like reversed their world in a way, and now they're acting differently. So if this person is kind of hard to get along with, I think this person is kind of easing up a little bit. Same with this box being open. It's like if this person is usually kind of closed off, you know, they're opening up a little bit. Like, something has happened that's made this person, it's just kind of like turned their world on its head, and they're changing their behavior in response to that. Same with the maple leaf. It's making me think of like being sweet, you know, like maple syrup. You have a baseball too, so this person might like to play baseball, or this person could be kind of playing games in a way. I don't think this person is playing games though. I think this person, it's like something has happened with the Wheel of Fortune. Again, the Wheel of Fortune, I don't know why I said again, but the Wheel of Fortune is a card to me that usually talks about the unexpected. You know, it's like, it reminds you that nothing lasts forever. So again, you have highs, but you also have lows. And you can't have bad times without good times. You can't have good times without bad times. And so it feels like something has happened. Like, this person maybe was at a high point and something has happened, and now this person is at a low point. And this person, because of the fact that they're at a low point, is now acting differently. And so again, if you have had issues with this person in the past, like there's been tension, this person is acting in a way now that is going to make it easier for the two of you to come like together, or to find common ground. Because again, in the past, this person was like probably not the easiest to get along with, but they're kind of changing their ways, or they're like sweetening up a little bit, and they're kind of finding their way back to you, it feels like. Because it does with the Wheel of Fortune and like the cycles, it feels like for whatever reason this person is kind of meant to come back into your life for a period of time. So this person is like finding their way back, but again, they're not going to be the same as they were. They have changed from how you knew them. And again, they're sweeter. They're kind of like, they're just like a gentler person now than they were when you knew them. Same with this raccoon. I don't know why, it's making me think of like, It's just really cute. And I always think when it comes out, I always think it's a bear. Maybe it is supposed to be a bear. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a raccoon though. But I always think it's meant to be a bear and then it ends up being a raccoon. So it's kind of making me think like this person might seem really intimidating, or they might seem really hard to get along with. They might seem really like unpleasant. But actually they're like not that bad deep down. And they kind of needed this blow to like knock them on their back, to kind of, you know, bring them to their knees, to be like, okay, you know, I can't keep doing things this way. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 3. I hope that was interesting or provided clarity or insight. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hi guys, if you chose pile 4 or the pink tourmaline with the Morgan Greer Tarot, then welcome. This reading is for you. Let's take a look at your cards and charms and see who is secretly obsessed with you. I have so many cards here. Like I said, I also have charms and initials, so the FBI should just give me my badge now because we're really going to dive into it and figure out who this person is. So let's start with the cards about your person's personality. We have the Sun card. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 10 of Swords. Again, this is representing their personality. For your zodiac cards, you guys got Gemini and the Moon. You also got the Pet Rights Activist. Dare to escape your prison of petitude. Change the world, then change your litter. Choose your battles wisely, then fight with all your claws. And you have... Okay, you guys. I cannot pronounce anything. I'm so bad at pronunciation. I'm not going to try to pronounce this because I'm just going to butcher it. But it says, know who you aren't. Find clarity in clutter. And there's more than one way to read a map. And finally, you guys also have these archetype cards. Hedonist came out upright, so it's the light attribute, which says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And you guys also had Martyr come out up in reverse, which says addiction to self-pity. Okay, so a few things are coming through about this person. The very first, so this is a very, with the Sun, is a very, like, cheery person. Like they're very very nice to be around. They have a very, it's interesting because they have a positive side, but then they also have the side to them that is a little bit negative. With the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the 10 of Swords, this is someone who gets really stuck where they just feel like they can't do anything. Like this card that says, dare to escape your prison of petitude. This person is not escaping their prison of petitude. Or this person is just not embracing or not escaping their prison in general. With this Martyr card in reverse, it's like they're addicted to self-pity. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that card to me always talks about like not doing the work, if that makes sense. Like with that Hanged Man, it's like they know what they want. Same with this, or I guess it's like with this card, it says know who you aren't. So this person, I feel like they just get stuck. I'm having a hard time even explaining it, and I feel like this is kind of how this person thinks. Like they just have a hard time. They don't know what they want. And it's like they know what they don't want, but that doesn't help them know what they want. And the Ace of Pentacles, when it's upright, is a card to me about manifestation. And it's a card that's a very positive card about manifestation. But it also tells you that you need to put in work. Like you can't, to achieve what you want with manifestation, you can't just like think and send vibes out. You have to actually do something to back it up. You know what I mean? Like you can manifest your dream job until the cows come home. But if you're not like on LinkedIn or talking to people, like looking for a job, you're just sitting inside on your couch. Like how are you supposed to be offered a job if you're not going out and doing anything? And it's like this person wants things, but they don't know where to start to like bring those things in. And so this person just kind of gets stuck and they get really defeated with this 10 of Swords, and I feel like they don't get a lot done because of that. But it's interesting because with the Sun, it's like this is a very positive person. It's like they could be very attractive. That's Leo energy. You have Pisces as well with the Hanged Man, and then Cancer with the Moon, and I think you have Gemini too. But with like the Gemini is known for being a little bit, not two-faced, but just having like two sides to them. And so I do think this person has like a very positive, optimistic outlook, or like with this pets' rights activist, they could be someone that they have like these great ideas. Same with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is very enlightened. Like they have these great ideas, they just don't know how to put them into practice, and then they get stuck. So also relating to you, I feel like this person, like obviously they like you, they're attracted to you, but they don't know like where to start to even like begin to come close to you. So they feel stuck. They feel like this is over before it's even started. This person, you know, they get stuck. Bottom line, like I'm stuck saying that, they just get stuck, and they have all these great ideas. I think they fantasize a lot about you. They think a lot about all the things that you guys could do together. You know, like they would be a very romantic partner, but they don't know how to actually make those fantasies a reality, and so they just like put a cork in it before it's even started. This person with the Pisces and the moon energy, you could be dreaming about this person. This person could be dreaming about you. Again, I think this person fantasizes about you a lot, but you also might be dreaming about them a lot, because Pisces and also the moon are cards that very much talk about dreams. So there could be a lot of like dreaming going on here. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look. These next, okay, you guys had 4 cards come out for this. This is how you know this person. You have Sacrifice in reverse. I believe that's the Hanged Man in reverse, so you have the Hanged Man again. You have Financial and Material Changes in reverse, 5 of Pentacles. You have the 5 of Swords, Conflict and Defeat. And you have the 6 of Cups in reverse, Memories of Love. Okay, so how do you know this person? There's some kind of like baggage attached here. You have the 6 of Cups in reverse, you have 2 5s, and you have Sacrifice or the Hanged Man in reverse. There's some kind of like negative thing here. With the Memories of Love, this could be someone that you've known for a while, or it could just be like, because this person does like they have a bit of baggage, and so this could be someone that just like you could remind them a lot of some like a relationship they had that didn't end well, or like some like maybe a rejection, or when they got, you know, left out by someone else. Like there's just a lot of negative energy here. So either that happened between the two of you, or you remind this person of a scenario when that happened, and this person associates you with that, and that's why they're like too scared to come forward. Again, this person I think has a lot of baggage, and again with the Martyr in reverse is someone that very much falls into the trap of self-pity. That's kind of Pisces energy. Sorry to all the Pisces out there, I love Pisces, but Pisces can be kind of self-pitying, and that's kind of where this person is at. It's like this person just feels so sorry for themselves that they don't realize that if they just put a little bit of effort into this, like they could change everything, you know? Like this person needs to get a different perspective, because there's a lot of positive energy here. Like I do think that you would be interested in this person with the Sun card, but this person is just seeing it from like such a negative perspective. If they would just kind of shift their perspective a little bit, they could like come forward and see things in a different way. Okay, these next 2 cards are going to represent the potential between the two of you, and we have the Lovers and the We Are the World. So there is a lot of potential between the two of you. Like I said, I think this is someone that you would really like. With the Lovers and the Sun, this feels like someone that you would really get along with. And again, this feels like someone that's a very caring and romantic partner. Again, I think that they dream a lot about things you guys could do together. They fantasize a lot about like how they could treat you right, all of those kinds of things. They feel like a very sweet person, but that's also kind of their downfall, because like they are very sweet and they could have been taken advantage of in the past, and now they kind of have this outlook that they're just scared to kind of move or do anything because they don't want to get hurt again. And like I said, they also just have so many ideas that they don't even know where to start, and they don't, again with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, they don't like put their actions where their mind is. And so this is someone who, again, like with the Hanged Man, I just keep thinking about manifesting. This person I think is trying to manifest you. but they're not doing it properly. Like, they're not, again, you can manifest a ton, and I do think that if you manifest, like if you're, for example, trying to manifest a job, you can manifest a job, and you can sit in your house all day and do nothing, and that job can come to you, but it's going to take so much longer for that to happen if you're just sitting inside, not talking to anyone, not letting anyone know that you're looking for jobs, not applying for jobs. It's going to come a lot faster to you if you're taking those steps towards that dream that you have, if that makes sense. Like, it's going to come a lot faster if you make a LinkedIn, if you send your cover letter to people, if you try to apply for jobs, versus just not doing anything. It can still come to you. You could still be walking down the street and someone could just hand you a job, but it's going to be a lot harder for the universe to give you the thing that you want if you're not doing anything to work towards that goal. And so this person hasn't really realized that step yet. With that Hanged Man, it's like this person kind of thinks just because they want something, that means they should have it. And if they don't have it, then it's not meant for them, then it's over, it's just not meant to be. And this person doesn't realize that things can be meant to happen and you still have to work for it. Just because you have to work for it doesn't mean that it's not meant to be. And this person hasn't quite realized that yet, but there's a lot of potential here. So if this person can just kind of shift their perspective, there is a lot of potential between the two of you. Okay, let's get some initials and charms about this person. I did buy a little like tray thing for the charms, but I bought it on Amazon and it's obviously not essential, so it has not come yet. So I'm improvising. I'm using this little plate thing. So let's start with the words or the letters. So initials and words about pile 4's secret admirer. Initials and words for pile 4. Wow, you guys have a lot. Okay. We have X, U, T, R, I, L, E, R, N, U, Y, A, guys, this is so many, E, A, T, and A. You guys can look at the other piles. You guys have way more letters, like by far. Okay, you have a lot of vowels, the very first thing that I'm seeing. You guys also have an X and a Y. So this person could have kind of like unusual vowels in their name, or unusual, not those aren't vowels, unusual letters in their name. Okay, I'm seeing runt, rent, rant, rut. Like I said, the person gets stuck in ruts. Again, with the runt, they might feel like they're just not important, or like that people are better than them in some way. Run, rune, rain, X, yet, 10, tan, tanner, Tia, 8, eat, rate, late, rare, loon, luna, ant. Okay, if you guys see anything else, let me know. If you guys see any other words or anything in there, let me know. I'm really bad at doing like word searches, so if you see anything, please alert me to it. Okay, so let's pull some charms. I'm going to put these off to the side for now. Okay. Who is secretly admiring pile 4? Ooh. Okay, you guys have a scarecrow. You have a little witch's hat. You have a rooster. You have an Eiffel Tower. You have a hula dancer. A little like tree house situation. You have a chicken leg. Or turkey leg. Again, eat. You guys have a prancing reindeer. You have this says it's a diploma, but to me it looks like a contract, and you also have a little judge gavel. You have a squirrel. And you have a bicycle. Okay, so a few things coming through. Again, with the witch's hat, I feel like this person is manifesting you or is trying to manifest you, or you're trying to manifest this person, but again, like there's no actions, it's just thoughts. So like there needs to be some action here for this to actually come into fruition. With like this looks like a contract to me, and this is a little gavel, so this person could be a lawyer, or they could be involved in the law somehow. Perhaps you met this person in that way, but there could be a legal element for some of you. With the Eiffel Tower, there could be a travel element, but again, I feel like this is just like this person is a dreamer and they're very romantic. Like this would be a very romantic partner to have. And with the rooster and the sun, because the sun is Leo energy, it's making me think this person is like quite proud of their appearance. Like this is someone they could be quite attractive, or they put a lot of effort into looking nice. And again, I just feel like this would be I think this would be a really nice partner to have. But you have the scarecrow, so again, that to me is just thinking of like not a lot of action. Like a scarecrow just kind of stands there. They don't actually do anything, and so there's not a lot of action being taken here. With the treehouse, either you knew this person like in childhood, or you remind this person of some kind of baggage from their childhood that's made it hard for them to like take action. You know what I mean? Like this person has some baggage, some trauma that they haven't unpacked from childhood, and either like you were that thing, like you were that person for them, or you remind them of that person in some way. With the bike and the hula dancer, it's almost making me, and like the hanged man, it's making me think that this person is trying to like, they may be like going back and forth, because like a hula dancer goes like left to right and left to right, and the two are making me think of the Two of Pentacles. This person could be going back and forth on like what they want to do about their crush on you. Like if they want to come forward, they want to do anything, do they not? Because again, this person is like very aware that they like you and like they have feelings for you, but it's like they've already kind of thought that it's over before it is. And if this person would just kind of get a different perspective, like if they would just come to the left instead of the right in their hula dance, then they could see things differently, and they might be able to kind of take some action and move towards you. But right now, like with this tower and the squirrel, it's like they're keeping this to themselves. Like they're being secretive, they're hoarding it, they're not saying a lot, because they don't want to get hurt, really, is the bottom line. This person is like scared of getting hurt, and so this person might kind of try to come off a little bit intimidating, or they might kind of put off this aura of being very confident, because they're not very confident on the inside, but they want to come off that way to kind of scare off any potential rejection or anything like that. But this person, there's a lot of potential here. So if this person is able to just kind of see things from a different perspective, I think it's going to be a really great relationship for you. So that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile 4. I hope that was interesting or provided clarity or insight. If it did resonate, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and have a great day.